Yo, what's the deal, baby? Welcome to another edition of Nasty Work. Hey, yours truly, Uncle Luke, my man Streeter. Streeter will be on here in a minute. Let me fix my hat. I like my hat. Even though I'm like glowing and shit. We're going to get this lighting fixed real quick. I got my microphone right here. How y'all doing today? It's a beautiful Wednesday. It's a beautiful fucking Wednesday. And let me just tell y'all, it is so much going on in the world of sports, entertainment, and politics. And that's what we do right here on Nasty Work. We talk about sports, entertainment, and politics. We go hard. It is not a popularity contest. This is not your regular podcast where people are being politically correct. Under no circumstances do we be politically correct. We give it to you as blood raw. Now, some people may not like what we talk about, and some people may not like the guests that we bring on, but we don't give a fuck. It's just that simple. I'm the motherfucker who went to the Supreme Court for free speech, and I won. So that allows me to say what the fuck I want to say when I want to say it. So nobody is going to deny us on Nasty Work our First Amendment rights. So I know some people may get in their feelings about the commentary and some of the things that are said, but hey, if you didn't say it, why are we saying it? If you didn't do it, why are we talking about it? I mean, we keep it a buck on here. It's just that simple. My man Streeter right here. He's all dressed up. With a Massachusetts shirt. Hey, Streeter, how many E's is in Streeter?
3.
You sure?
I'm not sure.
Are you sure?
3 E's.
Are you sure it's 3 E's in Streeter?
Positive.
I'm gonna table that for at the end of the show. But how you feeling today, my brother? Yeah, put your hater blockers on, goddammit.
About the First Amendment right and what you fought for. Why did you feel that was your job?
See, you just gonna blast off already, huh?
Yeah,
why did I feel like that was my job? Because you know, I was taught at a young age that I was named after Martin Luther King. So for some reason in the world, some crazy reason in the world, I thought it was my responsibility to carry on his legacy.
We're getting deep.
And so when I read up on Martin Luther King, you know, I figured I was more like H-Rap Brown. I wanted to be more like him, burn the city down and then be in Chicago chilling. But that's a whole nother fucking story. But I'm telling you, I mean, it was like, you know, I got into the music industry. I understood how the industry worked. I understood how the world worked because I was highly taught by my of Black history by my uncle and my dad. You know, they told me about Black history. They told me that you guys think we're gonna think that we're gonna think that we're free, but we're not really gonna be free. We're gonna have invisible chains on our feet. So as I was a kid, when I would go over to my uncle's house, I was not allowed to look at cartoons. I had to read books. I had to listen to civil rights leaders' tapes. I was taught how to look at the news a certain type of way. I was taught how to read the newspaper in a different type of way than the average person would read it. And so I was taught a lot about Black history, who we are as a people, how much can we achieve, and I knew who the boogeyman was. And so as I got older in the music business, as I got successful in the music business, I already knew they were going to come after me in some shape, form, or fashion because I was not a part of the establishment. I was outside of the establishment. And so they came after me, you know, on this free speech shit. And I was sitting there laying dead saying, you got the right one, baby. You got the right motherfucker, baby. And I was laying dead in the cut. So, eventually we went all the way to the Supreme Court. Most people, Streeter, think it was only one case, but it was actually 3 cases.
Talk to me.
I mean, the one everybody know about is the Supreme Court case that we won for free speech. That was a case of whether parody was protected by the First Amendment. A lot of law schools, law students, read up on that case, and they, I get a lot of emails, about what my mindset and what our mindset was when we were taking on that case. That was a case whether or not, like I say, parody was protected by the First Amendment, whether or not, what we did was we sampled Roy Orbison, Pretty Woman, oh, pretty woman, and they sued us. And so we were saying that was a parody and that was protected by the First Amendment. And that particular case, Streeter, is what allows you all to do what you do on the internet right now as far as intellectual property. See,
this
people
was before all the parodies. This was before all the parodies. This was before Will Al Yankovic and all that.
No, it was after it. They came and sued us. And we claimed that it was a parody. So, our case was whether parody was protected by the First Amendment. At that point, nobody had challenged that, whether or not it was. And so the case goes beyond just the music. It is the driving force of the internet right now. All your intellectual property cases are my case is cited for everything that you can do right now on the internet when it comes to intellectual property. Most people don't know that. So that's why I don't know how the fuck I'm not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but that's a whole nother story. But the thing is, the other part of it, the other case was when we went to jail by singing a song that was considered banned by federal court Judge Gonzalez.
Bro, they banned your song, dog. You had a song that was banned, dog.
I had a whole album that was banned. Nasty As They Want to Be was banned. We went to court in Broward County. Judge Gonzalez, who was appointed by a Democrat, he deemed the song obscene. And so we eventually had to go and get the thing overturned and appeal. But when he deemed it obscene, I said, fuck it. We're going to go down the street from the courthouse and do a goddamn show. And we did the show down the street from the courthouse and went to jail. So that was case number 3. So while we were appealing that case, while we were appealing the rulings that when we lost in the different courts of appeal for parody, I'm going to fucking court on 3 different cases. On top of that, the other cases that I had, going on, but at the same time, it was 3 really, really important cases to hip hop, and all of it was attack on hip hop.
Right, but you kind of knew you had them because of your First Amendment. You knew your rights.
Well, I figured I had them, but I always looked at it because of my teachings from my uncle and my daddy that free speech and everything that applies to white people don't apply to black people. Right. And you're always going to be challenged. And if you fold, then you're going to be somebody's bitch. But I never fold because I knew what my rights were. I mean, you got to keep in mind. You had, just like you said, Will Al Yankovic and all of them, Bobby Jimmy and all of them were doing parodies way before 2 Live Crew. Right. But 2 Live Crew got attacked. I mean, I got sued by George Lucas because I used the name Luke Skywalker. That was my DJ.
Hold up now, slow down now. George Lucas created Star Wars, right?
Yes.
Right. So people know exactly what we're talking about. George Lucas created Star Wars. You were Luke Skywalker in the hood, and he came and found hood you and said, "Hey, you can't be Skywalker because Skywalker is a blonde hair, lightsaber swinging character, right?"
Hold on, it gets even better.
Talk to me.
I requested the use of the name from George Lucas. Send me a release. As long as you don't portray the blonde-haired, blue-eyed character on the movie, you are good. But when all the controversy started, and Tipper Gore, Al Gore's wife, the former vice president, when Martinez, the governor of Florida, started coming after me, and all these people were saying we were the worst thing, we were the Antichrist, we were the worst thing since the child of God. Then George Lucas found it in his way to sue me. I had to pay this motherfucker $500,000. That's why right now, if I look at a Star Wars movie, it's on fucking bootleg. I've been boycotting that motherfucker ever since when they put George Lucas on the Armor Star and all this shit movies, and I'm like, fuck him. And he having sex with the black women and shit. Fuck him. Fuck him. Give me my money back, George. Plus interest, motherfucker. Most people don't know that. It's a lot of things I went through for this music called hip hop, to allow these women to be shaking their ass and shit on stage right now, to be saying the shit that they're saying on records, but I don't get no credit for it. I'm the Rodney Dangerfield. I don't get no credit for this shit.
No, we're gonna get you to talk about this shit. So is it true the parental advisory sticker?
I created it.
You created it?
I created it. Me. You talking to the motherfucker who created it. The reason why? Because I took the idea from the movies and I said, hey, at that period of time, there was nobody doing explicit lyrics. Throw the Dick was the first explicit hip hop record. Nobody was doing that. And so all these PTA associations were calling the record label saying, yo, this fucking music is getting in our kids and it's corrupting the kids and they playing this shit loud. Mainly white kids. What can you guys do? And so I said, okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take what the movie industry used as the parental advisory 17-year-old sticker, and I'm gonna put that sticker on. I'm gonna create a sticker for my records. I'm gonna create a sticker for my records, and I'm gonna put this motherfucking sticker on the records. I'm gonna call the record stores. Because back then you had a staff of people call the record stores, and I'm going to tell them the difference between the clean version and the nasty version. So I ended up doing the clean version and nasty version of my records. Nobody did that, Streeter. Motherfuckers don't give me credit for that. They will not give me credit for the sticker, and then the RIAA adopted the sticker. Yeah. Took the motherfucker on and say, oh, yeah, great sticker. But at the same time, white artists like Alanis Morissette didn't put stickers on their records. She was on there singing about sucking dicks in the movie, and nobody said nothing. Make that make sense. So we live in a world, Streeter, where people got to understand, you got to fight as a black person for the same rights that white people use, even to this day. You go in there and say something about, you question Mario Cristobal in an interview, and the white guy asks the same question, you get criticized.
Yeah. How dare you question, right? Yeah.
How dare you, black person, ask the same question as the white guy? He has the right to ask the question.
Right.
Shouts out to everybody in the chat.
I'm not smart enough to ask the question.
You're not smart enough. You're wrong. Shouts out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all let us know where you're from. Put it in the chat. Where you from? I need to know. We need to know that we're talking to a worldwide audience and just not people from Miami where we're located at.
That's the most
beautiful place in the fucking world. Just so you know that.
That's some black history for your ass right there. For the people who just listen to that.
Streeter, you would think I would do black history like moments. You think I'd be on all the radio stations? Hey, Luther, tell us about some black history.
That's crazy.
They try to bury me. They try to bury me.
We ain't gonna make no excuses. Fuck that. We got our own platform. We can create all of those moments. Put the videos together.
Goddamn right.
Story, just like you just told a story.
You goddamn right.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need no damn radio. You need radio station for. I don't know the last time I listened to the radio.
You goddamn right. We don't, and that's the beauty of it all. The beauty of doing this show with you and giving it to the people is we could talk about our own history. We don't need these motherfuckers that know our own history. Do you know hip hop in the South was started in Miami by the guy you talking to right now? They won't tell you that. They'll tell you hip hop was. You would think hip hop was started in fucking Atlanta.
Hip hop in the
Shouts
South.
out to Atlanta. I love Atlanta to death. It was started by me in the South.
No, okay. So explain what you saying.
On 12th Avenue and 54th Street. There was no such thing as hip hop in the South, boss.
So explain what you're saying. So hip hop, the hippity started in New York, right?
Yes, sir.
And then you're saying that down here we didn't have it.
We didn't have it. I was booking shows as ghetto style DJs. We were booking shows. I was booking the Mantronics. I was booking Divine Sound out of New Jersey. I was booking Tila Rock. I was booking those guys to come down here when there wasn't really even hip hop on the radio. We were playing at the dance. Jekyll and Hyde, Tiny Head, South Miami DJs, booked Jekyll and Hyde. Brought them down. It wasn't no fucking rap it wasn't no rap in Atlanta. It wasn't no rap nowhere else, boss. Nobody was doing hip hop.
But then you decided to go in the studio and say, "Hey, we want some pussy." That was your first
what all the artists had in common, they would come down here complaining about their record company. So I was like, fuck it. You know, Two Live Crew came down here. Look, we're on this. We do get distribution by this company called Macola Records. Everybody was on there. Dr. Dre, everybody. Macola Records was distributing all the shit. And then it was like, look, we want to do music. And I was like, I don't do no fucking music. I do shows. I do parties. I do teen discos. I do Attapata. I do Carol City Gym. I do all this shit. That's what I do. And then eventually it was like, okay. Then I was like, fuck it. I went over to music specialists, Pretty Tony, where they were doing all this Trinier stuff and went out here music and all that, and Debbie Deb. And I said, hey, Pretty Tony, I got an artist. I want you to produce. And it was like, we don't do that kind of music. I was like, okay, fuck it. We're gonna go into the studio and we're gonna just do songs about the dances that we would do at the Pac Jam. You know, Throw the D was a dance that we used to do in the Pac Jam.
Throw that D.
Throw that D. And so I say, fuck it, we're gonna make a record called Throw That D. And then I went and started selling the fucking music to the stores in the trunk of my car.
The first Throw That D was the first track.
Yeah.
Was it?
No, Two Live Crew had a record already before that. When they came down, I booked them. And that song was beatbox. Beatbox.
Beatbox.
Beatbox. Yeah.
Right. And then you made them throw the D.
And then I said, look, in order for us to compete, we got to fucking do some nasty shit. And so I was like, okay, we got to dance. Because we used to make these dances up in the dance. And we got a dance called Throw the D that we made up, you know, my DJ group, we make up dances and shit. And so we got the people dancing to Throw That D and all that. You want to know the first hip hop song in the South?
What?
It was another song I created.
Before Throw That D.
Before Throw That D. That's when I know I was on to something with the dances that we would do I would make up dances and have people doing it. And so then we got fucked. First song. You want to know the first song? You ready for this tribute?
I'm trying to think what became before
Black History Month. You got to be an old head to know this was Streeter. You want to know the song? You ready?
Let me call my sister. Hold on, wait up.
She wouldn't know it because they ain't call it hip hop then. They were just calling it music. You ready for this, Streeter? This is a Black History moment. Chat, tell me the first. Everybody in the chat, tell me the first hip hop song in Miami, Florida, in the South. You want to know?
Cabbage Patch.
Huh?
Cabbage Patch.
No, fuck no.
Before Throw That D.
I'm gonna give you a moment. That's one strike. I'll give you two more.
Something about booty. Boot the boot the boot. Boot that.
No, sir. That's 2 strikes. You got only one more.
See. It had to be before Throw That D.
You got one more.
Egypt.
Some shit in the chat we don't put in here. Some
Or
of
is
y'all
it came
just say
way
stupid
later?
shit.
Egypt, like
No.
No?
Egyptian Lover, that was out of California.
It was out of Canada. I didn't know where it came from.
Egyptian Lover. Look at this here. Jesse, no Jesse, not lose my money.
All that
You ready for the hey boss, you're going. I mean, I'm not we're not sitting there all day while you go through this shit. You had 3 strikes, boss. You're done. The first record, hip-hop record in the South. Everybody ghetto jump, 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 jump,
that
jump.
was before
Everybody ghetto jump, jump, jump.
Yeah.
Ghetto style DJs, ghetto style DJs. Everybody ghetto jump. And I would play the doom, 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 doom. I would play that motherfucking song.
Yeah.
And then I would be on the microphone. Everybody ghetto jump, jump. And then everybody in the teen disco would jump up in the middle of the motherfucking floor. Jump up in the middle of the floor. And so these guys came and they said, hey, look, man, we want to do a song to that. And I said, okay, y'all want to be rappers? Yeah. And they next thing you know, they did the song. I said, only thing I want you to do, I don't want no money from the song. I just want you to come do a free show. We start playing the song, shit blowed the fuck up. What ended up happening, these dudes never fucking did the free show. So simultaneously, I'm bringing the 2 Live Crew down and they giving me their horror story. I say, I'm going to show these motherfuckers, we're going to do another song based on a dance that we created at the teen disco. And that was Throw the D.
The dudes were from Miami?
They were from Miami.
Did they ever blow up?
Huh?
Did they ever blow up?
Negative.
Nah.
Negative. Everybody who fucked me don't blow up.
That's for the women too? That's for the women too? Everybody who
Same thing. Screw Luke. God is always on my side, bro. Hey. He know I'm a righteous individual. Look at that.
So you went in there. You said throw that.
Small say, yep. Ghetto style DJ, boss.
Throw that.
Everybody ghetto jump, 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 jump. Hey man, come on, man. First hip hop record in the South. And then when they did that, 2 Live Crew, hey man, I need y'all to do Throw the Dick. And Throw the Dick, and then I went, and then we did Throw the P.
And you just kept getting worse and worse and worse.
The more they told,
I remember being afraid. I remember because I was young, dog. I remember being afraid to say some of this stuff. But tell me this, Luke. Like, I'm getting to know you, right? You ain't some goddamn Hugh Hefner horny motherfucker. What was it about sex, right? That you knew, you know what I'm saying, would work on music? Because come on now, you gotta tell me.
Streeter, I'm a Streeter
that you knew would work in the public, when sex is such a taboo thing.
Streeter, I'm a common sense guy. Whatever makes sense, it makes dollars, right? So I looked at the hip hop business. I said this: where are we from? I said, now y'all dudes, if we're gonna be doing records out of Miami, we gotta be Miami. Everybody in the world thought the 2 Live Crew was from Miami. I was the only one from Miami. Brother Marquise was from Alabama. Fresh Kid Ice was from New York. Mr. Mix was from San Bernardino, California. And so most people thought that we all know we're based out of Miami. So I say we got to look like Miami. The difference between Miami and everywhere else in the world, we dress half naked. We don't have no trains and no damn stickers and no graffiti on the wall. We don't have all that. We don't do no break dancing. We booty shake. We get in the club and we shake our ass to the music. We put the beats on 130 beats a minute. And sometimes as DJs, we speed the motherfucker up.
Yeah.
And so that's how we dance. We're a melting pot. We're the Caribbeans. We got an influence of Latino, Africana. We like all our music fast. So then the music, the look had to be a representation of where we were from. And so that is what I created. I was like, we gotta look like where we from. But then the big difference is we're gonna be explicit because we're gonna say throw the dick and then throw that D as a clean version. And so Mr. Mix, did a great job of going in the studio and putting people like Leroy Skillet and Aunt Esther and all the comedians, on the records and making them funny and shit like that. And that's what it was, Streeter.
Because you owned the record label, right? You felt you had that freedom. That there was nobody telling you.
Ain't nobody, no, exactly. Yeah. If I was on another label, they would have told me I can't do that shit. Y'all getting some Black History. Is Black History Month still going on?
Black History, this Black History. No, this some Black History.
This is Black History. And then when we start going on tour, we would go through all these different cities in Florida, and nobody, the music got spread out because of colleges. I would take the music and send it to record pools around the country, and then college radio stations were big back then because they would play hip-hop music when the mainstream radio didn't. And so we would run around the country. I remember going to Atlanta. They ain't had no such thing as Atlanta music. They would play music from New York and with New York DJs. Right. And so when we started breaking out, we broke out, and the first club we kind of broke out in was this club called Sharon Showcase on Bankhead. And we started doing the music. She brought us in, and we broke out in Atlanta. Then we started going to other places. We started breaking out in other places. And that's how the shit spread it out. The shit spread it out.
Yeah, dog, I mean, it was kind of like porn, like audio porn, dog, because the kids wanted it. Their parents didn't want them to have it. So everybody wanted to sneak and buy it. Like, it was kind of like audio porn, bro.
Hey, man, we were underground. But that's what it is. Streeter, we got a lot of shit to cover today. We got sports, politics, and entertainment. Obviously, you're talking about, since we're on the entertainment topic, how you feel about A$AP Rocky getting off?
That was quick.
Are you following the case? Most people thought he was going to go to jail. They were like, he should have took the fucking plea. He should have went to jail for 6 months.
It sounded horrible. It initially sounded horrible. Initially sounded like, why is he fighting this? There's video of him with a gun. That it sounded bad. But as that boy kept taking a stand and he kept having to lie and snitch. I think that lawyer ate him alive.
And that's the thing. See, what people don't realize, and we were fortunate, me and Chris family and brother Marquis' daughter and ex-wife and all. We were fortunate to win a case last year. Thank God, by a jury of our peers here in Miami, which got us all of our works back from this company, Little Joe Records. You don't know the direction. It's a 50-50 deal when you're dealing with juries. But the most unique thing about a jury is they'll look and they'll see stable individual. They see through the bullshit. No matter how you think people feel, whether it's about politics and how they vote and shit, they see through the bullshit. Trust me. You got one guy lying his ass off over here, and they always know the people who are lying, and they tend to side with the people who are telling the truth and the people who got their shit together. Now, keep in mind, my case was white Jewish guy, Joe Weinberger, and his Jewish lawyers and shit, and all those guys over there, black guy with black families sitting over there. He gets on the stand. The case became him getting on the stand, whether they believed him or they believed me. Same thing, A$AP Rocky. Do y'all believe him? This is the guy who's doing good business. This is the guy whose wife is in the fucking audience with his children. This is the guy who's stable. These guys here may be considered as what they may think is thugs. And so a jury gonna sit up there like, oh, we gonna put this motherfucker in jail right here. We gonna send this man home, or we gonna send this man home with his kids. Cause this is some straight bullshit. Maybe it's a bunch of jealous motherfuckers of him because he's successful, and then what ends up happening.
Right.
And that's what you got. So I was so fucking excited for ASAP. I was excited for his kids. I was excited for Rihanna. That this man got to fucking go home off some bullshit that he shouldn't have even been up in there dealing with. But unfortunately, you know, that's the shit that we get. We get bullshit cases when we're celebrities. You know, yeah, people want to complain. Oh, he gets to go in the club first. Yeah, well, we get to go to jail first. On some bullshit. We get to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars with lawyers on some bullshit.
Right.
Which most people don't realize. And again, man, I'm so happy for this man here, man, because that's a good guy. ASAP is a good dude. I mean, he asked me when he was performing at Rolling Loud a couple of years ago to come perform with him. And I was like, why me? And he started talking about the history. He knows what the history that I'm telling you about the music, because the dude is a student of the fucking game. He ain't just no rapper. You know, and his wife sitting there, and I get to meet her, and we all chopping it up. Beautiful dude. And I go on the stage with him, and I was honored to do that. You know, so my boy Teach, shouts out to Teach, House of Mac. Teach was working with him when he first got out, when he first came out. The guy over there at House of Mac down here, he was the one who, you know, introduced a large part of us to ASAP Rocky.
Right.
But no, that's a beautiful thing, man. Hey, we have we touched on something the last time we was on here, right? Where L.A. Reid, you know, I find it real interesting. When people like L.A. Reid, all of a sudden, they want to complain about white people taking over the business. See, the difference between, and no disrespect to L.A. Reid, great producer.
Mm-hmm.
But my biggest complaint when they were popping was I owned my own shit, Streeter. I was here doing this shit on my own. When I was going through all those court cases, them dudes came after me and started wanting to own their own labels. The industry changed for them, Streeter. They were like, fuck this. We don't want no more Luther Campbells owning their own shit, and we just going to get them distribution deals. They gave them distribution deals, but they still own their masters. So right. The white people always own their shit. I was pretty much one of the only outcasts out there. I want to think Cash Money started doing it similar, but my ass was out there on my own saying, hey, look, I can't get a deal. But these dudes were hanging out with the fucking record labels, Clive Davis, discovering all them, giving them bullshit deals. I mean, all them dudes had bullshit deals. It was like, yeah, LaFace Records, Bad Boy Records, but they were owned by the fucking labels. So they were masquerading as if they were like Luke Records. No, Luke Records, I operated all the shit. I wasn't a producer factory that they just gave me a name, a shell of a name, and not own shit. You feel me? And that's what happened with a lot of these dudes. So I find it very interesting right now. They want to go attack people who are on the Grammy stage. These old motherfuckers, they do it all the time. They do it in sports. They do it in entertainment, where they want to sit back and talk shit about the fucking artists that are on the same stage that they got on there. Politics plays a role in all this industry. In order to get on the stage at the Grammys, you got to be affiliated with some fucking record label. American Awards, all these goddamn NAACP awards, you name it. Billboard Awards, you got to be, the label pay your way on that motherfucking stage. And so for this dude to be sitting up there, it's no different. All of them. Kanye West, all of them, they go to tripping and shit and calling people out because their ass ain't got artists right now, or they ain't popping like they should be popping. They want to get out there and talk shit about these young artists and these labels who playing the same game that they played when their ass was hot. I mean, listen to what this fucking dude had to say. Listen to this shit.
I think you and I talked about it. How many important boutique labels do we have that are black? Because that's
Not
where
very
the
many.
community is built from, right? Right.
Absolutely.
You started at Blackground, right?
Yep.
Right.
Boutique.
Yeah. A boutique, right? Yeah. And an artist I had started at LaFace, and there was Uptown artists, and there was Death Row artists, there was Motown
Andre
artists, and there was Stax artists, and there were like, and that was where black music was nurtured, curated, and it wasn't, no disrespect to anybody, but it wasn't so much us asking for permission, because people that looked like us were making those decisions. And look how different the industry looked then. So the moment we just talked about when we said Guy and Al B. Shore and Keith Sweat, and Babyface, and Heavy D and the Boys, and I could keep going on and on, and Boys to Men, right? Guys, those are black people making decisions about the music we heard on a national, international level. Yeah. That is all but dead. So if you look at the Grammy stage, what you see missing is people that look like us. That's what's missing.
Wow.
And so
you don't agree with him?
No.
Talk to me.
Fuck no. Because they did the same thing. They did the same thing. He's talking about boutique labels. Boutique, yeah. Most guys come from back then. Most guys would do a song and people would hear about them in town. They'd be hot. A label then pick them up, put them on their main label. And then they would then assign a A&R person to their fucking project. And the A&R person works for the label, which is controlled by the white guy. And then they'll then say, hey, look, this is what the fuck we want. So A&Rs is still black. Those guys who are sitting in the studio saying, nah, we don't like this shit. Nah, we like this shit. They're still black. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's talking about, it wasn't no black people deciding who the fuck went on stage. It was Clive Davis. And all of them was affiliated with him. It wasn't black people controlling that. It was white people like Craig Common came in with me. It was Tunch Aram and Doug Mars and people like that. All those people he called those names, they were guys who either worked for Motown or some label owned by the corporation.
So explain it to me. Explain it to me. Luke Records. The difference between Luke Records and LaFace Records, you're saying that LaFace Records
is owned by Luther Campbell. LaFace Records is owned by the whatever company, whatever label that they're affiliated with.
So
the label, here's how it works. The label gives,
talk to me. Go.
The label gives, you go and say, okay, Bad Boy Records, LaFace Records, okay, hey, look here, I want to do a deal with you all. So they say, hey, I want my label to be named LaFace Records. You own that. But then now we're gonna distribute your product. We're gonna manufacture and distribute and market the product. So then we're gonna give you a budget to market. We're gonna give you a budget to produce all this product, and us, the label, is going to do the rest. So therefore, we own the masters. You own your publishing. You own. That's all you own. We're going to pay you a royalty higher than what we would normally pay you, because we're going to pay you two royalties. We're going to pay your label a royalty, and then you're going to be responsible for paying your artists.
Okay.
So in all actuality, they tricked up the game. You only own the name of that company. In a lot of cases, they own the name of the company. So you own a fucking shell, basically.
Right.
And Luke Records own everything. All the masters, copyrights, all that shit. That's the difference.
I just wanted you
So
to
them dudes was so them for you to come out right now and be talking about, oh, we black people determine what music to be put on the stage. No, black people still, those guys were glorified. They were producers and great producers. Can't take that away from them. They were great producers, but they were not record men. They did not could operate a record company. Operating a record company now, when that record is produced, now I gotta sit right here and say, how the fuck I'm getting ready to market this 2 Live Crew record? How I'm getting ready to market this H-Town record? How I'm getting ready to market this damn Pitbull record? How I'm getting ready to market Poison Clan? Now I gotta then market it. Now I gotta manufacture it. Now I gotta then take this motherfucker and shoot the album covers, shoot the videos. Then I gotta get on the phone and call up TV stations and radio stations to put the record on the radio and all these things and mix shows and DJs around the country. We got to do that as a record company. Them dudes ain't own no fucking record company. They own recording studios. And the label gave them the money to record shit, send it to them. And they had the power to be able to put, the record label has the power to be able to put whoever the fuck they want to put on the BET Awards. It wasn't about who's hot. It was about how powerful the record label was.
So
it was determine who they play on 99 Jams. Hey, look, you know, this is a record from Arista, and they played that shit. Meanwhile, you had a whole bunch of young artists in Miami doing music, and you wonder why their shit wasn't getting played, because they were not affiliated with the major label.
What about Rockefeller?
Same thing.
It was under Def Jam, right? Because I remember Dame Dash always fighting with Def Jam.
First thing you said, under Def Jam.
Right.
All of them are glorified producers. Bad Boy, same thing. They wasn't fucking, when you're a real record label, you know what you're doing? You manufacturing that shit and you distributing that shit. And that's a whole other movie.
No Limit, Suave House.
No Limit.
No
Just
Limit.
like me. He manufactured and distributed his own shit. He'll tell you right now, you bring him on here, he'll be like, yo, I got that fucking idea from Originally, Too Short was manufacturing and producing his own shit. And then Too Short did a deal with Jive Records. And then once you take that money, it's like this, Streeter. You're in the investment business. When you take that money, what you think them people gonna do? You taking the money, and now they gonna own the masters.
They own
They own the lot. The lot is the master. The earth. The fucking lot. And so that's how it is. So
Cash Money fought to do it different, though, right?
Cash Money did it a little different.
They did a little different
type of deal. The deals start changing once people start getting put up on the game.
Right.
But now let's move on over to sports.
Nah, you cooking today? No.
We gotta go.
You cooking now?
I gotta tell you want to. Hey, look here, man. We gotta go. We gotta talk about
it.
I saw you doing a podcast.
You sound like you want to run up on Babyface, though, bro. I don't know, but we'll get up past that. You sound like you got some real issues with old Babyface, dog. What Babyface did, dog?
Babyface ain't do shit.
Okay.
He was one of them. He was one of them niggas that was in the upper echelon. Hey, you know, them type of niggas ain't fuck with me. I always was outcast in the business because I was that guy from Miami. They would call me that nigga from Miami. He just fucking up the business.
Let's go. Where we going next?
He came out with an R&B. How dare this? It was like, he ain't no real record label. Niggas, they just doing booty shaking music. That booty music. Okay.
There it is. Now the truth coming out. Here we go.
I'm gonna show you. I'll show y'all niggas better than I can tell y'all. I'll show y'all better than I can tell y'all. Oh, y'all think that's all I'm all about? Let me show you how versatile I am. Bam! H-Town. Good loving, body rocking, knocking boots all night long.
Body rock knocking,
making love until we retire.
You did Inquiet too now. I don't know if Inquiet was rappers or singers.
Ha! Oh, you think it's a game?
The truth
he just only could do booty music? Oh, he could only do, okay, here go, bam, Pitbull. What the fuck? He could only do booty music. And then I come back around with Poison Clan. And then go get a motherfucker named Trick Daddy out of jail. Come on, Trick Daddy. Scarred. Come on, man. This shit too easy for me, man.
Poison Clan, one of the greatest rap groups ever, dog.
Life's a bitch, so why marry one?
One of the
Being
greatest
in
rap
love with a
groups
bitch
ever,
is very dumb. PC is whole
Hey, yo.
What the fuck? Come
Hey,
on,
yo,
man.
life's
This shit
a
too
bitch, so
easy,
why marry
Streeter.
one?
Why ain't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Streeter?
We're gonna get you there, dog. We're gonna keep talking this.
Come
and
on,
we gonna get you
Streeter.
there.
Streeter, I can do this shit in my sleep, Streeter.
Hey, yo.
And all my artists stand the test of time. All my artists, they don't fucking fizz out. They ain't no one-hit wonders. They're still relevant right now today. Niggas you love to hate. Come on now.
Yo, JT Money, bro. JT
He went to
Money.
Norland, your school.
I knew he went to Norland.
Did he knock down into your girlfriend?
Nah, he was a little older than me. Arguably one of the greatest rappers ever, bro.
No. The greatest.
Argue with your mama. And if you don't believe me, go listen to some of the shit that he was talking about, whole stories and once met a bitch named Sonya. Hey, nigga, get on you. What? Don't listen, bro.
Streeter,
what?
You don't understand, Streeter. Listen, Streeter, let me see your face when I tell you this. Biggie Smalls, my good friend, God bless his soul, told me the niggas who inspired me, Luke, was that dude JT Money.
One of the greatest ever, bro.
He's like, man, I would sit there and listen to that shit all day. I was like, Biggie, seriously? I had to get on the phone, call up JT. Hey, Jay, you need to get back down here, man. Jay, man, you get out of Atlanta, Jay. Come on back home to the crib, man. Do this music, baby. Hold on. Fuck that shit. School ain't for me.
Waking up in the morning, see, that was my era right there. I was in the pack jam then. Waking up in the morning, pockets all day.
Fuck that
I
shit.
was in the pack jam then. That was my era.
Them people don't know that JT Money is the most underrated rapper of all times.
He is, dog.
Of all time.
If you don't believe us, go pull up some of that shit. I got 99 problems and the bitch ain't one. Jay-Z took that.
Jay-Z took, please say that again.
Jay-Z, I got 99 problems, came 10 years before that was JT Money. I got 99 problems and the bitch ain't one.
Hit me.
Think about that and get yourself straight before you become the bitch that I hate. Dog, some of them stories he used to tell, bro. And he was a young kid, wasn't he?
Yeah, I got him out of Norland. He was going to Norland High School. He was a little jacker and a robber. And I got him out of Norland. It was Poison Clan. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up.
Now that's home team.
Poison Clan. He was in the home team.
Oh, yeah, that was him. That right. Him and Debonair, right?
Him and Debonair.
Yeah, him and Debonair.
They were home team. All this shit here, people don't know. Man, this shit too easy. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up. Come on, Streeter.
Listen, the music things you can do with your eyes closed, bro. Like, why not? Like, why not do it again? The game has changed too much.
I listen, Streeter. I can find an artist and I can produce an artist. That shit is too easy for me. My friend asked me, shouts out to my man Stan. Stan had all these artists. He got all these artists. He got the one dude and all that there. And then he let me hear fucking Sexy Red. I say, Stan, that's the one. He said, really? I said, that's the one. I said, Stan, I do this shit. That is the one. She's the one.
Yeah.
And before you know it, out of control. Still out of control. He got, I think his other artists, Boston Richie and all these other dudes. And a dude got a lot of artists. They good guys. But when I heard that Sexy Red, I was like, that's the one. He was like, really? I do that shit. I listen to tons of music. This is one girl in England right now. Singer, rapper. I think this motherfucking girl, she hot in England, is gonna be arguably one of the baddest motherfuckers See that? There you go. That's me and Sexy Red. You
No,
know,
this was when she took off. That's when she took off. This was when
you want me to give you the backstory to that?
Talk to me.
You know the backstory to that?
What's up?
They would not let her. My friend Stan, they came. She came to. He came. We all went to BT, and they promised to let her go on the red carpet, right? Because you go on the red carpet at BT, you blow up after that. And they couldn't get on the red carpet. And they were like, man, this girl talking about booty hole brown. They was not allowing that shit to happen. They were like, under no fucking circumstance. Nobody knows this story. This is the first time I'm telling this story. They was like, under no circumstances we're letting no girl get on stage on this red carpet talking about no booty hole brown and all this wild shit and everything like that.
Right.
So my friend Stan told me, and I say, fuck that. Get in the car with me. And so if you know anything about major award shows, you just don't walk up to the red carpet. You got to get in a car and they'll drive you to the red carpet to eliminate any people just bum rushing the red carpet or getting close to the celebrities. So I say, fuck that. Get in the car with me. Red. He put her in the car with me and say, who just give me somebody assistant with her. One other girl got in the car also. And Red was sitting in the car, stirring nobody knows. And I got the other pictures. Red sitting in the car, she nervous as fuck. I don't know. I never did a red carpet in my life. I don't know. I said, calm the fuck down, Red. Just calm the fuck down. I said, this is what you do. There are going to be X's down on the red carpet. When you walk, you go on the X, and that's where they want you to stand, and you go take the pictures and everything like that. I say, and then you speak to the people, just be yourself. Just do you. And she said, I got this money. You think this is going to be all right? So she got that money in her hand right there. Man, Red, do you. You represent a generation of young ladies who don't have representation, who have never had representation. Be you, do you. She was like, I'm nervous. I said, look, when you get out the car, you come stand right there with me. And we went there. And now when you go to the red carpet, they have a big old sign with your name and shit on there and all that. And they'll say, ladies and gentlemen, or the media, Luther Campbell, right? And they obviously, she wasn't supposed to be on there. They had her name. They didn't have her name. And so the man came to me, big producer, man, come on, Luke, man, don't do this to me, man. I can't, man, I'm like, look, bro, this is my fucking date. You're going to tell me I can't bring my date on here? And then I said, Red, whatever you do, Red, do not hold my motherfucking hand. I do not do that, Red. All my girlfriends are going to be very highly upset. Listen, this is a favor for you and Stan. Yeah, Stan is my friend. Do not grab my hand. You see how close me and her hand was together right there? I said, Red, don't.
So he had to say her name. So you made him say her name.
I said her name.
You said her name.
They said Luther Campbell, and they start click, 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 click. And I said, ladies and gentlemen, Sexy Red.
And they were like, chocolate.
I introduced her. I say, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce y'all the next hottest motherfucker in the world, Sexy Red. They already knew about the Booty Hole Brown song. Now, the Booty Hole Brown was hot on the ground. And I say, Sexy Red, ladies and gentlemen. And that was it. And take some flick, flick, flick. I say, come on over here, Red. Let's go to the next spot. Because there's spots after spots after spots, right? And then I was like, okay, I'm finna leave y'all ass. I'm going on my own. And y'all got it? They say, yeah, we got it. We liking this shit. And she just started feeling herself out of care. I look back every now and then. Okay, they doing all right. And shit. After that, Red out of control.
Tell us, dog. You was around her for a little bit. What is it about her? Because she seems to get along with everybody.
She's nice. She like Red is to me. Red like auntie. You know how you got that ghetto auntie? That come on, baby. Let me get you some food. Come on, you hungry? You look hungry. That's Red. Red is the coolest motherfucker ever. You think she don't, auntie know about politics and all that. Like, yeah, this motherfucker here gonna do this. Whatever good for the people, I'm with.
Yeah.
Red is auntie. I'm telling you, Red gonna make sure everybody's straight. She gonna make sure everybody, hey, she's comfortable in her own skin. She ain't trying to be nothing like anybody else. She just doing her thing. And I love her for it. And she's humble and she, Red good people. So we got to move on, man. You want to keep on doing this entertainment shit today. But
man, we on fire, man. We on fire, man. You just told us Sexy Red. You introduced Sexy Red to the Red Cup. What city I was in?
LA. Boy,
I remember this. This was my first memory of her. You know what I'm saying? When she was standing next to you.
I didn't realize until you showed me that picture how close our hands were. Just imagine.
I'm saying to myself, why is he not touching her? Tell me Mr. Throw the Dick ain't scared to touch Sexy Red. Come on now.
That's my girl.
That's
my little, that's my niece. That's my little niece. Sexy Red is my niece. I love her to death. Hey, look, here we go. Speaking of Sexy Red and entertainment, what you think about Stephon Diggs fucking Cardi B?
Oh shit, man. That's the best way we can say it. Jesus Christ, man.
What the fuck? This nasty work. I'm nasty and you to work.
I mean, I think men are hunters. I think men are hunters. I think we out here, like I said all the time, I think men are hunters, dog. It's no different than the dog running around the neighborhood with a little pink thing hanging out, and women are in heat. And he's just looking for any woman in heat. And when he find her, he gonna try his best to make it happen. I don't think you can blame the man. You know what I'm saying? We hunters.
But the rapper is going crazy on social media saying, I knew this shit was going on all the time. And now I want to get a DNA test to check these kids.
Come on, man. Cardi B knew that, man. That man.
Hold on. You saying that is Stephon Diggs' kids?
No. I'm saying Cardi B. What I'm saying is Cardi B knows what can bother Offset. He gotta be gangster enough to act like it don't bother him.
You ain't got to be an Offset to be having some other get mad because another dude fucking your woman.
Listen, bro. Everybody gonna get a little bit. Ain't nobody gonna get it all. For everybody in the comment section, take that to the grave. Everybody gonna get a little bit. Ain't nobody gonna get it all.
Listen, man. Let me tell you, I like Cardi. That's another one of my girls. You know, I love Cardi. With all my little nieces. That's another one of my nieces. I love her to death. I love her to death. I don't like no Stephon Diggs for her. If she were to have a conversation with me, I'm like, he's a media whore. He only fucking with you for the hype. I did not like, and I didn't like it more. And I'm gonna tell you this here. See, because I'm OG. What I did not like when she got out the car in the little video that they had, it looked like she went back into the hotel, the condo, or whatever the fuck it was. I didn't like that this motherfucker was still sitting in the car and that he did not get out the car and open the door, escort her to the door of the hotel or wherever the hell she was going in. I thought that was some goddamn slider shit. You know how when you go, Streeter, and you go and take your thought to the hotel and you go there and you tell her, sit in the car and you go get the room. When you take her back home, you just, bitch, get out the car, hurry up, fast. I don't want nobody to see me. And you sit in the car and she hop out the car. That's a thought. I ain't like this man treating my girl like a fucking thought. He's sitting in the car like this. She hopping out the car, grabbing her shit, going to no, nigga, get out the car and open the fucking door. I had a problem with that. Because Cardi is one of my nieces. Fuck Stephon Diggs for that.
Can you?
And he only be.
Can you always get out of trouble? Huh?
Who?
You being Luther Campbell, right? Right? It's so noticeable. I told you we was out the other day, man. The people just walking up to you, the women just walking up to you. Can you always get out the car?
Come on, man.
Huh?
There you go. Now you acting like a UM fan. You're always trying to make these goddamn excuses for people. This ain't no damn excuse. No. She sit in the car, and even if she don't know to sit her ass in the car, you say, "Baby, sit down. Let me go get this door." And you hop your ass out as a gentleman, and you go open that door, and then you walk her to that motherfucker. What you call it? You walk her to the door, wherever the hell she going at, or to a house, to a condo, to the hotel. You walk her to that door. That's what a gentleman does. And if there's any women in the chat, if the man don't do that, the man feel like he trying you like a sucker.
Well, we got Luke in here.
I don't even like all that on there.
We got Luther Campbell in here talking about respect for the women and holding those.
Well, you got to know the difference between a hoe and a thought and a real woman. I just told y'all the real woman. You got to go open the door. A thought, you just get the fuck out the car.
So they dating. Or we trying to say that he was hitting her while Offset was hitting her?
I don't know what transpired. I was not in the bedroom, but Offset and they always had these people linked up together. But right. I look. Hey, look, Diggs, if you gonna do right by my girl, or are you gonna do wrong? The football players are the worst. Football players are the worst. Man, listen, man. I would tell anybody, any father of a daughter, don't let your daughter date a football player. Because the football players, they be in the locker room screwing each other girlfriends. Football players are just grimy. They don't give a fuck.
She's dirty.
It's dirty. You be sitting there, locker next to you, and you screwing that man wife. And it'd be okay with him. Okay. And then he's screwing his wife. Football players are dirty. They just all over the place. It's only until they retire then they get some damn sense. But while they're in that locker room, everybody's screwing everybody. That's why I don't like Cardi B with him. Can we move on here? You want to keep on showing these pictures upsetting me by Cardi B. Hey, look here, man.
Luke, remember that, bro.
Listen, man. NBA All-Star weekend, is that shit over?
They gotta figure that shit out. It's either the world versus the NBA and start a feud there and let the world kick the NBA ass for a few years, and then LeBron them got to step in, but they got to change that. The weekend is probably still festive, right? It's probably cool to be there, but the actual product, bro, is 1980. They got to change that, dog. Has to be changed.
Let me tell you, that shit is so horrible. I mean, they turned this shit into a comedy show with Shaq and Kevin Hart. I love Shaq to death. That's my brother.
Kevin Hart funny, though.
He's funny, but that shit need to be done at the Shaq Comedy Club that they do at the All-Star. Not in the motherfucking stadium at the game. The game, these people lost. I can kind of understand it from the player's perspective that they don't want to get injured. Well, do it like the NFL do it. Do it at the end of the year. Have the All-Star game at the end of the year when the shit is over with, because most of them dudes go play very highly competitive summer league. Don't do it in the middle of the year. And if you're gonna do it in the middle of the year, you got to have to make it the world against the USA. But then even when you do that, they still not going hard, because half of them dudes want to fucking break because they got too many games, and half of them injured, and half of them don't want to get injured because they want to try to make a playoff run.
Right.
So 850 say bring back the East and the West game. All that, man.
Yeah,
that shit,
I think you got to start a feud. You got to start all of the European players versus like they did in the sophomore game. But Kevin Hart funny, Luke. I don't give a fuck what you said. No, this is some of the stuff he did out there was funny, bro. Like the skit that he did at at LeBron. This shit right here funny, though.
That's for the comedy club. I mean, that's what this shit done turned into, the Kevin Hart show.
King himself.
I like Kevin Hart, but I ain't trying to see this man.
I think they get that part right, but I think the actual dunk contest and have they not changed that yet?
Look, man. Look, this shit is horrible. Bottom line, this shit, even before the NBA All-Star weekend, the ratings were fucking horrible. The ratings were terrible.
Right.
The league itself sucks. I only look at the last 5 minutes of the game. Run down, shoot the three. Run down, shoot the three. Run down, pass the ball down, and then he kicks it out and shoot the three. Run down, shoot the three. Run down, pass the ball inside the box. Then he kicks it out to shoot the three. What the fuck is that? It ain't like BJ Armstrong said. It's no creativity. It's no gamesmanship. It's nothing. I mean, that NBA, because they fucked it up because they wanted to bring all these Europeans over here and make it a global sport for the world. Well, meanwhile, they haven't expanded into no European territory. The game has not expanded there. All these French playing like a motherfucker. Now they got 1,000 Frenchies out here playing in the league, and they getting their ass mudded. You know what I mean? They're doing too much. They're trying to globalize the game, but then at the same time, they ain't haven't expanded into Europe. They don't got NBA Europe going on. Right. I mean, let's make it make sense. When they got rid of the white people, let me just keep it a buck. When they got rid of the white people in the NBA, they fucked the NBA. It's no different than when Major League Baseball got rid of black people and replaced the black people with the Dominicans. It's not the same. In America, the fight is black versus white. The competitiveness is black people versus white people. That's what happens in America. That's why the NFL, that's why college football is so great, is because it ain't Julio Ramundo against Johnny from Omaha. It's the white guy versus the black guy, and the white guy and his black teammates going up against the other white guy and the black guy teammates. And because you got a whole large segment of white people that are cheering white players on, and you got a whole large segment of black people in this country cheering black people on. You got a whole large segment of white people who just don't like black people, and they fucking hate the black person on the other team. And that is how it works. You got Dominicans, shouts out to the Dominicans, they play great baseball, but you don't have black people to hate on. See, hating generates the viewership. You don't have white people. Like, look at Caitlin Clark. She goes into the fucking WNBA, turn that motherfucker out. The tickets out the roof. The goddamn viewership out the roof. They got the game on ABC because she's a white girl playing against black girls, and there's major controversy. Oh, the white girl, they ain't trying to give her the praise. Oh, they didn't touch the white girl, and the white people are upset, and the black people are upset. That's sports in America. When you get away from that, and it's not about the focal point, it's not about black and white, then that is where the problem comes in there. When you try to make it a European or a Caribbean sport and take black people out of the equation in baseball, then you get nobody in the fucking stands. You take white people out of basketball, then, hey, look, there ain't no Larry Bird. Kevin McHale. They want to cheer on the white guy. The only thing they can cheer on is the white girl in the WNBA. We cheered on Tiger Woods. We made golf relevant. When Tiger Woods brought his calibration ass to golf, black people started looking at golf. The ratings went out the fucking roof. No different than Caitlin Clark. Then you had the controversy. Fuzzy Zeller. Oh, the nigga gonna have us eating chicken and watermelon at the Masters dinner. You had the controversy. Great Greg Norman. Oh, he ain't gonna do good out here. So it became all the black people tuned in now. Man, we want to see this nigga whoop these motherfucking white boys' ass. Then they had the jokes. What is the black guy running away from 124 white people? The KKK golf. That's how it works.
Right.
And that's what made him a global icon. And the game of golf is suffering right now because they have not replaced a black guy like a Tiger Woods. And that's what the problem is. European players, I'm fine with them, but they can't be the focal point of this shit. They can't be the focal point of the NBA, and that's why the NBA is suffering right now. They need to pay me a lot of money for this shit. I can't be giving them this good free information. Hey, let me ask you something. Cam Ward or Shador?
Cam Ward,
quarterback. Who's going first?
Cam Ward, man. Cam Ward is out of his mind. He's telling the GMs that they don't draft him. Just remember, they got to deal with him. Cam Ward is out of his mind, man. I think Cam Ward is poised to change the quarterback position.
You ready for another quiz?
Talk to me.
Will Kevin Beard stay at the University of Miami? Kevin Beard fired in or out?
Kevin Beard in or out?
Keep it a buck. Don't fucking sugarcoat this shit. This nasty work.
Is Kevin Beard in or out? In or out? If I had to say today, if I had to say today, I think Kevin Beard will still be here. I'm not sure what he will be coaching.
Look at this Hurricane fan shit.
Hey, don't ask me no questions if you don't want my answer. Then, goddamn it.
You ain't answered the question yet. Hey, people in the chat, has he answered the question yet? I don't think so.
Is Kevin Beard in or out? I think he's in. That's what I just said. If I had to say today, I think Kevin Beard will still be here. I'm not sure if it will be wide receiver coach.
What? Well, what the fuck are you gonna coach the linebackers?
I mean, Mike Rumpf was on the field at one point in time. Man, I don't know. I don't know what Mario. I don't know how Mario them view it. To us, Kevin Beard's done a great job. To me, other than you called the man out. You're the reason he's getting fired. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? We've all thought he's done a great job, and there's no reason for him to lose his job. But for him not to have a contract, that means the higher ups think something else.
Streeter, why are you dancing around the answer?
You just don't. I just ain't say what you want me to say. Like, what?
You haven't answered.
Tell me what you want me to say, then I say it.
You haven't answered. I asked, is Kevin Beard in or out? Here's a guy who
I did answer the damn question. What are you listening to?
Here's a guy whose wide receivers broke all kind of records. Yeah. Here's a guy who Cam Ward had to throw this motherfucker to somebody. Okay, here's a guy who guys didn't have no bunch of drops. They got to where they were going at. He got the Restrepos and all these Jacoby Georges and all these guys. I mean, that arguably that was the best room on the fucking football team and the most consistent room on the football team. So why in the fuck are we having this conversation about whether Kevin Beard is in or out? If there was a person that you were going to re-up, you would start at the person who had the most productive room. You so-called got rid of the guy who had the worst fucking side of the ball, which is the defensive coordinator and his comrades and the DB coach. You got rid of them. So you don't reward the guy who had the highest production on the team?
It makes no sense.
And you got to take deep 12 and 5 deep breaths before you answer this question. And you down there at the University of Miami, your friends and comrades with Dennis Smith and Mario Cristobal, and you can't answer the question straight up?
It makes no sense.
Did you ask Dennis the question?
No. It makes no sense.
Why haven't you asked Dennis this question?
Dennis don't make calls like this. This is a Mario call, bro. And it makes no sense.
Final answer.
So none of us know what Mario is thinking. We know what we
final answer. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're right. See what they said in the chat?
That's a villain.
Well, he in the motherfucking chat.
It makes no sense. It makes zero sense This man may put 3 guys in the NFL draft.
You said it.
What he got coming up behind him, he's groomed. JoJo is about to jump. It makes no sense that he fixed the drop problem we had before he got here, and he doesn't have a contract days before his contract is up. Makes no sense. So, should he be here? Yeah, he should be here. What the hell are they thinking? You asked me, will he be here? I'm trying to figure out what they're thinking. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, Street. You're if they fired Kevin Beard.
Hey, look, Luke. When Street did the Diaz, Luke did the KB.
Hey, Smoke. Fuck you, Smoke. Just fuck you, okay?
He put the man outside butt naked, didn't he, Smoke?
Take his ass. Fuck that shit. Get your ass off here, Smoke.
He pushed the man outside butt naked, didn't he, Smoke?
Listen. I apologize to Kevin Beard.
Man, this ain't your fault, man.
The bottom line is, no, you've been saying this a lot. The bottom line is, let me explain something to everybody out there, especially you delusional Hurricane fans who drinking the coffee off of Southwest 8th Street. Let me explain to you all something. Mario does nothing I say do. Okay? I've recommended a lot of coaches. It's almost to the point where I tell a coach, if I recommend you, he's not going to hire you. You would be better off by me getting on Twitter saying, fucking don't hire this dude right here. He's going to hire you. Mario would talk to me and ask me about certain coaches and shit like that. And I truly believe right now that he asks me about things to go the opposite direction, to do something totally different. Oh, fuck that shit. If Luke say hire dude, then shit. If Luke say hire the motherfucker, then goddamn it, he a real nigga. I ain't finna hire that motherfucker. That's what happens with University of Miami and Mario Cristobal. So if I said Kevin Beard was the worst thing since sliced bread, then Kevin Beard should have a new contract. Kevin Beard, I can name like 5, 6, 10 people that I've recommended to them and they did not hire them. They don't fucking do nothing I tell them to do. If they did what half the shit I told them to do at the University of Miami, not just Mario Cristobal, but the actual University of Miami, we would be 5 national championships in right now in the last 10 fucking years. They don't fucking listen. 5.
Listening to Luke.
They don't listen. They go do the total opposite thing. All them little old cronies and shit that they have running the organization, I don't give a shit who it is. It could be the fucking Omaris and the Okra Fields to your homeboy on the yacht back over there in Carl Gables. Them motherfuckers ain't listening to Luke. Whatever you say, don't listen to Luther. We're going to do it our way. They don't have no fucking idea how to run a program. These goddamn boosters and shit. They listen to Jonathan Vilmer, a Haitian that don't know how to speak goddamn Creole. Make that make sense.
We're going to attack the Haitian.
No, I'm not. I coach at a Haitian school. I'm talking about I got a problem when a Haitian can't speak Creole. It's like a nigga that can't speak Negro. Hello, guys.
So you saying you can't get KB fired? Like they don't listen to you anyway?
No, they. Hey, I say if I say it was horrible, they should have been giving him a brand new contract. That's what they do. The opposite of what I tell them to do. Come on, let's make this shit make sense. Let me ask you something, Streeter. Speaking of KB and the NFL, I did a tweet the other day of what the quarterback name for Nashville. He just got, was it Andy Dalton? He just got a 2-year contract for $8 million, and he can make up to $10 million for 2 years. Now, Beck here at the University of Miami has 1 year and he's making $8 million. So I was having a conversation with a college coach last night. I mean, numbers don't lie. I mean, do you think you'll have a log jam of players, more players staying in college versus going to the league? Because if the league is paying, if college is paying you more money, and then do you think at some point college football will surpass the NFL because most of the talent is going to be in college football?
But you can't stay in college football. Cam Ward made more than that contract last year. The market went up this year. Carson Beck got more than Cam Ward and is not a better quarterback than Cam Ward. But you can't stay. So what is this called, Luke? You're a businessman. What is this called? The market in college for quarterbacks is better than in the NFL.
Yeah, they just gave him 2 years for $8 million.
In college, though, there's an imbalance here in the market.
It's total. Listen, and the market is going to keep going up. They just gave a dude 2-year contract for $8 million. That's $4 million a year. University of Miami just gave a motherfucker $8 million, and his arm's still in the motherfucking sling.
Luke,
for 1 year.
Bryce Underwood at Michigan got $10 million for 3 years.
10 for 3 years.
High school kid. He ain't even strapped on the Michigan helmet yet.
Make that make sense. So if I'm a college quarterback, I could be Cam Ward blowing the fucking doors off the shit. Why am I going to go to the league?
Because you have to. You only got 3 years.
No. I'm gonna stay in the motherfucking colleges. I'm gonna do all my 5 years.
Yeah. Well, Carson Beck just showed you that they're going to stay in college. Like I think there's no rush to go to the league, right? Especially for quarterbacks. But they're going to try to put a cap on it. I think we saw the end of it. If somebody don't sit down and say, "Hey, listen, man, we ain't playing. We don't want y'all to change the system. Get the schools $50 million apiece." They're going to try to put a cap on it, like $28 million to every school or something crazy like that.
Look what I just did to you. You don't understand that. See my background? I'm in the fucking end zone at the Orange Bowl. You don't understand this. They didn't let you in the end zone. See where I'm sitting at? I'm back over there where the casino at, where they were gambling and shit. You don't understand this. You are a fucking Miami Gardens goddamn Hard Rock, Land Shark, whatever the hell you want to call that motherfucker stadium dude. This is where the real shit went down, Streeter. Just so you know. Oh, you was in the fucking military. Yeah, I mean, let me don't do this because
I'm one of the few to proud, man. While you was dropping brown bags on niggas and putting bounties out on niggas, I fought for my country, man. I was one of the few to proud.
I can't be fucking with you like that. Let me get back to the regular schedule program. But hey, I want to ask you a question. This is a serious question.
What's up?
Why you think you've been around a lot of college, high school players, went to college, went to the pros, became successful? Why are these players and their parents just giving their life away to the little white boy agent? Why do they think they work for the agents? Why does the player think that the little white boy agent is his boss and they can't make decisions on their own?
You want to get real with it, Luke? It's poverty, bro. It's poverty. And if somebody walked you into $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 for the first time, right? They can literally, like, you, as the people we are, we always feel we owe somebody something. We play this game of loyalty, right? When it's business. Somebody come into your life, they sit you down, they give you oh man, $50,000, we'll get you a car deal. We got you, we got all your business. You ain't got to worry about none of that. And it keeps happening over and over and over and over again. To where you just give you feel you owe them something. Because they showed you more money, which is not a lot of money to them, which is not even the amount of money you could make. You probably could make way more money than that. But you start listening to them and you hand over your freedom or your rights, or not even that deep, but you hand over all the decision making to them because you feel they have, I don't know why, we've heard the horror stories, but you feel they have good intentions for you, not knowing that they work for you. Their job is to go find you fucking money. So it's either find me 50,000, okay, next month, find me 50 more thousand, or I'm gonna hire somebody else and all y'all gonna work for me. And it ain't find me 50,000 and then I just wait for another 2 years till you find me another 50,000. No, they work for you. You hired them. Their job is to find you money. Stop thinking you owe them something because they found you money. Oh, well, they got us under contract. Well, listen, what kind of contract? Non-exclusive is the contract you need to have. Your child is the product that they want to be a part of. But it's kind of like this, Luke. It's kind of like you going to Africa and you hire a guide, right? You hire a guide. Take my goddamn glasses off. You hire a guide to take you through the jungle, right? You hired him, and you're probably paying him pennies. But he knows his way through the jungle. He knows where the lions are, right? So the only way you can have some type of control is to hire multiple guides. So one guy can't control what you have going on. You, the agent, work for you. Now, Luke and his wife were agents. Doug, there are some agents out there. I sat in a room at some of these things. There are some agents out there that has your right, that want to do right by you. They still work for you. You don't work for them. No agent should be able to come to you and be like, hey, you're only going to be with us. The bottom line, they work for you, and you have to learn that to keep your leverage. You can't just hand it over to somebody that you don't know because they walked you into 50,000. You might be worth 500,000, but because they showed you 50,000, which is going to go out the window fast. We always feel we have to be loyal to people. They got my back, and that's not how it works in that industry, man. That's not how it works in that business. So I believe that you got guys like Luke who talk about the game, and I have videos where I've talked about the game and how these things work. You have agents out here, bro. Listen, that all they want to do is help players. I've met them. A lot of times they're not the guys with all the money. Sometimes they are. I rode with some guys who their only intention was to help players. They was trying to help players. You know what I'm saying? And they had money. But those are but a lot of times the bigger ones just know how to play the game. They know how to be the bigger pimps. But at the essence of this thing, that the agents is now getting into high school, is now getting into youth football. I want you guys to understand this. You're the boss. They work for you. When you start borrowing from them and taking from them, now you're giving them leverage. Anything they go get for you, get a contract, that's their job, to go find you money and to continuously find you money and find you deals. That's their job. If they can't, you go get another agent. And now you have a team of agents. And whoever's working the fucking hardest, that's who you got. I know it's easier said than done because you're walking into territory that you never out of the backfield of Ahmad Hall. Like I said, I know it's easier said than done because it's an uncomfortable place a lot of time for us to negotiate, and we don't know when we're in negotiations. Like we don't know, like the business, we don't know who lying. Oh, he brought me 50,000. He looking out. He got my back. The word is leverage. If your son is a top quarterback in the nation, a top linebacker in the nation, you have to keep your leverage.
They don't understand leverage.
That is the goddamn word. Get a tattoo. All these tattoos y'all get, go get a tattoo that say leverage right there. The word is leverage. You have to keep your leverage. You are hiring them. They want to be a part of you. They wouldn't be talking to you if your son couldn't sling that bitch. I mean,
That's the amazing thing for me, and I've been able to go to some players' house and look at some players and talk to some players. But just like you say, the biggest issue is these parents and the players, because they've given them more money than they probably ever seen, which is no fucking money. Come in the house and give somebody $10,000 and they think they love them, and they don't understand that it's a business, that they're only coming in here to give your son $10,000 to then have a business arrangement with them, and it's borderline illegal. And so what happens with a lot of these parents, they end up submitting to these people, submitting to these agents. And like you say, they automatically think that, it's not that you're working for me, Mr. Agent. You're my boss. And so, I mean, I know that was going to get you all upset, Streeter, not upset, but get you revved up, because you seen so many of these young people. You took your glasses off. You don't normally take your glasses off.
Bro.
You was like, hold on, what the fuck? Let me get, and hey, but that's what it is. And it's sad that these young people out here are not knowledgeable enough. You never see, Streeter, you never see these white quarterbacks get caught up in the same bullshit. They treat white quarterbacks totally different than they treat a black player. You got some agents who represents hundreds of players, but they cannot, under no circumstances, walk up into the house of a white family and talk to them the same way that they talk to a black family. They actually go out and look for gullible black mothers. They go out and look for the single parent home situation with 1,000 kids walking around the house, because they know that they can fucking control them better than that they can control that white quarterback. That white quarterback, you're gonna have to talk some sense with them, because they're gonna have a different level of respect for them, for the white parent. That's why only a few people represents quarterbacks and represent big time white players. Only a few. But you got agents that make a living off a single parent household mother situation, knowing that they walk, as soon as they get out the car in their Armani suit and walk to your house, somewhere, the apartment building or the projects, and everybody in the family think God just came here. It's almost like back in the days when the insurance man used to come to the neighborhood and take everybody's money, and motherfucker die. Then all of a sudden they ain't got no insurance because he a white man. He looked like Jesus Christ on the wall walking to my goddamn apartment. And now he's coming in here with trinkets. He's going to give me $10,000 and I'm going to sign my baby off to him. And then when the black man come up in there and talk some goddamn sense, the first thing they say is, no, you got to talk to the white man. And you be sitting up there, huh? What did he give you? He gave you $10,000 for you to be so goddamn no, you're supposed to be, if you're a parent, you're supposed to be able to listen to all of the conversations. You got motherfuckers in high school football doing it right now. Where these universities are giving coaches $5,000 because they fucking educators and they ain't never seen $5,000 before, and they selling the motherfucking farm. If somebody come to me right now today talking about, Luke, I got $100,000, I'm gonna say, man, you need to come back when you got 200,000 or 300,000. I'm always going to negotiate. You always negotiate. You never sign no exclusive nothing. You always make people work. You go to a motherfucking kid house and be like, yo, hey man, I got a deal. You never know what's out there for you.
Right.
You never know what's out there for you. You entertain everything. You say, okay, well, what you got to offer? Oh, really? Oh, okay, you can make that happen. I remember sitting in the room with Duke Johnson, with my ex. She was going to do co-representation. We all sitting around the room. Cassandra over here, his cousin over here, his uncle over here, his brother over here, and they sitting at the table. and we would have all these goddamn agents come in.
Yeah.
We had a hotel, we had an office at the ballroom, and we sat there. My black ass sat there and said, let them talk. I said, dude, let them talk. And then they talk. The ex would grab give her the contract. She the contract lady. She get the contract. She reading over it while he talking. And I'm sitting there looking at the motherfucker. Oh, we can do this. We can give him he's gonna be able to make $1 million off goddamn marketing, and we can be able to do this and we can be able to do that. And then, okay, all right, so give me your 2 contracts. Now I'm gonna put y'all up on some fucking game. Give me your 2. You got a NFL standard contract, and then you have you got an NFL standard contract. Then the other contract is a marketing contract, a marketing and training a marketing contract. Then there's a training contract, 3 of them, for them to have the rights to do marketing deals for you, and now how much money they're gonna get off the marketing contract. Then the training contract, which is the worst shit in the world to be signing off on without representation. Because that's where they get you. Because in that training contract, they're going, oh, we're going to foot the bill. We're going to pay the trainer. We're going to give you a car. We're going to pay your room and your board and your food and all this. And we're going to give you stipend and all these things here. We're going to assign a valet guy to you. Anything that you need. You need Jordans. We're going to get the Jordans. You need to go to the club. We're going to get you in the club. We're going to do all these things here. You don't have to pay nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's like putting your hand in the fucking mini bar. Oh, really? You're going to do all these different things here? Yeah, we're going to pay for all the training. Remember Deshaun Watson when he tried to get out of his contract? And they said, well, Deshaun, you owe us $500,000 because we flew your mama in, we flew your girlfriend in, we flew all these people in, we gave you a bag of money so you can go to the strip club, throw it up in the air. We got you in Live, we got you over here, we bought these bottles here, we got you this car here, and all this shit. So now your ass got to pay us all this money so you can't leave unless your other agent is going to assume this contract and pay us all this money back. Are we going to go arbitration to get our money? No. Smartest guy in the world who listened. 2 guys, Duke Johnson and Devontae Freeman. Duke Johnson, Devontae Freeman. Because we sat there and explained to them how the business worked. We sat in the living room and sat there and say, this motherfucker right here finna rob you right here blind. This contract is gonna get you. I need you to go do a little bit of research. This goddamn training shit, they're gonna be double dipping on the training because they're gonna then run the price up on the training. So you're gonna be in all this money. These goddamn marketing contract, 20%, fuck that. It's negotiable. Your agent fee, negotiable. Right. We're going to do co-agent with you. Oh, no, I never do co-agent. No, bitch, you're going to get 1% and she going to get the 1%. You can't do nothing without her authorization. Now you're in control. That is what the white quarterbacks do, Streeter. But you have to have a strong family and a strong player because they're going to go back around the corner like, oh, they're being a little unreasonable. You might want to do this right here. Hold on. Then the marketing. They sit up in there and say, oh, you had one motherfucker say, oh, we can get you $1 million in marketing. Duke Johnson, and you know what happens in the meeting, Streeter? You know where I come in at. Well, if you can get him $1 million in marketing, won't you give, so you prepared to give him half of $500,000 right now? Are you prepared to write a $500,000 check right now? Because you talking all this cash money shit.
Cash money.
And then the motherfucker go like this and whoa. They go, whoa, no, you just said you're going to be able to get him $1 million in marketing. I know damn well you're not, man, I had one motherfucker actually have to pony up some goddamn money, about $250,000. Because he had them went and stuck his feet in his mouth. Right. Streeter, Streeter, when it comes to that shit, I am a fucking gangster.
If you want me to believe it, you got to believe it, right? That's what you're saying. Duke mama told me the story. She told me that the agents would come in there, and then she had you and Kristen, your wife, who was a lawyer.
I'm single.
Actually, ex-wife. You know.
Yeah, I'm single. All women, and I'm getting fine.
You married for 14 years, though, bro. That was pretty damn impressive, dog. 14 years, bro. Pretty impressive. But listen, and she had you guys overlooking the agents. Correct. Because that's what I just explained. If you're in Africa and you got a guy, he knows what alliance are. He has some leverage over you. But if you had numerous guys, right? One guy couldn't lead you into the lions, like you. So because Duke mom explained it to me. Sometimes I feel like I was there. She explained it to me so many times. She had you and your wife looking over the agents. It was like one hand watching another.
Yep. Because traditionally they're unscrupulous.
Right.
You know the stories of how Ray Lewis got fucked, and all these other guys got fucked. The guy on NBA TV, right? You know those stories. So to think that it's not going to happen to you, and so look, these were two little guys off my park, Liberty City Optimists, and I say over my dead body, we're gonna let them get screwed. And at the end of the day, Streeter, them boys made more money than most people, and they still got a large part of their fucking money. And they eventually fired the agent who was doing the co-agent because they realized, because early on, they don't realize how simple it is. And then you educate these young men. Once you educate them and their parents, that's why Cassandra can articulate the whole thing and how the shit worked, because she was in the trenches. She understood it. The whole thing of these fucking agents is not to explain to the parents the business, because parents are very smart. If they ain't trying to educate them, they're trying to make them feel like this shit is rocket scientist shit. You don't know this shit, and I need you to depend on me that I'm making the right decision. So then when the right decision comes of now where this kid takes his money and invests it, and who controls the investment of this kid money, then they brings on bring the goddamn the financial advisor.
Yeah.
That's the next wave of money. They get money from the car dealer, they get money from the club, they get money from the financial advisor. That 1% don't make no motherfucking agent. He can't really pay his bills off that. He got to get money from every stream of income that you're spending. And so then they put you with this motherfucking financial advisor, and they tell you, oh, sign over your goddamn the financial advisor and tell you to sign over I can
power of attorney, like so they can make decisions.
Sign this power of attorney. I do it with all my other clients. We got to be able to make the deals, and we got to be. Stock market runs every day, and so you sit up there acting like you smart and shit on the stock market. Okay, well, I'd be, the market opens at 9:00, and I got to be able to make the fucking investments, and they don't understand. The more you trade, he don't make no money unless he trade. And then he putting you in all these badass deals. And before you know it, one day you wake up and your money going out your goddamn account, and you sitting up there like, what the fuck just happened? You just bought a goddamn like T.O. and all them a goddamn a casino in the ocean where there ain't no goddamn land. See, that's the thing. But these parents, it'd be hard as fuck to explain to them.
Yeah.
Hey, look. You're the boss. You make the decision. Don't put yourself in a situation where you can't get out of. Don't put yourself in a situation that you can't get out of. If you do that, you're going to get fucked. And that's simple as that. So I sit there. That's why I did not like the agency business, Shrita, to be honest with you, because you had to sit there and talk to people who just thought that the white man was God. That motherfucker that they got sitting up in there, the white God that's in their living room. As soon as you walk in the house and have a conversation, you trying to save a life. Now, mind you, I didn't make one dime off none of my players. I did that shit for free. I'm supporting the wife and I'm the ex-wife, and I'm supporting my kids who grew up in my program. I'm here to tell you right now. And that's why I can sit there and talk my shit. They made more marketing money than any of these motherfuckers around there, and they was put on a high platform. Even my high school players. When they go to get in there ain't no goddamn motherfucking high school coach go out and negotiate me street on a fucking NIL deal with a college? How? Some educator, some dude sitting back there watching the PE class is going to out fucking negotiate me? That's why I be laughing when they send their kids to these goddamn football factories.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
But you know what, Luke? I don't even agree with that. Like the fact that you say you didn't make no money off them, right? I think part of the problem is because we don't speak to our kids in business.
And that, hey, Streeter, and let me tell you this.
It's always charity for us. We don't ever talk to them in business, so they don't ever see us in business. So the first person that talks to them in business is Weinstein.
It's Weinstein. And Weinstein is the first. Hold on. I'm gonna give you a good one. Weinstein is the one who gonna take him to Prime 112, and that's the first steak he gonna ever see. They're gonna put the forks and the knives down. That's gonna intimidate him. They're gonna bring the wine and the waiter gonna have his shit on there, and they ain't never seen that shit because they go over there into the Boshika restaurant. And Boshika sitting up in that motherfucker, man, hey, what you want? You know what I'm saying? They ain't used to find, so they think, oh shit. You know, it's like the woman. The quickest way to impress a woman is you take her out to a 5-star restaurant and you take and give her a purse and you put some money in her pocket. She gonna open them motherfucking legs just so fast and make her head spin. So they use the same mentality on boys, men, and parents because they never was exposed to these things. You know what I did with Devontae Freeman?
They never had it.
You want to know what Devontae Freeman was in all my kids and Darrell Estridge and all these dudes and Charles Gaines Jr. He never signed up with us. But you know what they were? You know what I exposed them to? Along with my nephew, Super Mario, I exposed them to the finer things. They stayed at my house half the time. They rode in the motherfucking Benzes and shit. We would go fucking bum rush a big 5-star restaurant, Sugar Steakhouse, and then I'm in there with all the goddamn kids and shit on the football team. And them motherfuckers, I said, you will get your first steak sandwich or first steak dinner and 5-star experience with me. And I don't want shit from you. It won't be no goddamn Mr. Shoulder or Mr. Shin Holster who gonna come up in this bitch and parade and you gonna think he the best coming to God. That is how they were able to disassociate themselves from that bullshit. And that's what we got to do. That's what we have to do as parents. We got to teach our kids and show our kids the finer things in life. And we got to be willing to negotiate with everybody. If somebody's coming to your house, they'll offer you some kind of deal. That means you have something that they can make money off. Everything is a deal. When a person spends $1 on you, it's for something else. It's no different than the jailhouse mentality. If they give you some goddamn commissary, trust me, they want something in return. If a dude buy your purse, trust me, he wants something in return. If you cook that nigga a meal, trust me, he wants something in return. If that man roll up to your house talking about, hey, look here, I want your son, and I think he the greatest thing since sliced bread, and I'm going to give you $10,000, then hold on, what you get ready to give me 10,000? Let me look on this paperwork. And the boogeyman, soon as you tell that motherfucker, I'm gonna let somebody look over this document. Do not ever sign nothing without letting somebody look over the fucking paperwork. That is what they got lawyers for. And when you go to Holland Lawyer, they go to screaming like little bitches. Why am I blurring out right here?
Patience, bro. Patience. I understand. I understand somebody holding something in front of you and they talking about $80,000 and you've never seen, your mama never seen. But that $80,000 can turn into a goddamn hole, a cave that you get stuck in. So just patience. And it's okay to say no. Like it's okay if you're not sure. I remember when I was a CO, right? Everything go back to when I was a CO, right? Like when inmates you ask me for stuff, like you never know why they're asking you. They may be asking you for toilet paper, but it may be from something totally different. You just say I will say no. I would say no until I figured out why the fuck does he want this? Why does he want that? Because there's always something behind something. It's okay to just say no because your son is the product. They're trying to get to your son.
It's business.
Don't handcuff yourself. Don't handcuff yourself thinking you owe somebody something. That has just all they did was did their job. They went out and found your son money because your son has a worth that you probably never fucking imagined that he would have. And if somebody wrote it on a piece of paper, you probably wouldn't believe them.
You probably wouldn't believe
problem, Luke. We don't realize how much we're worth.
Yeah, and the key to this whole thing, and we're gonna wrap this shit up because we've been on here a long time. The key to it all is understand your worth. Know your worth. I don't care whether it's in football business or any type of business. Understand your worth. Know your worth. Know what you are worth. You know, and always leave room to build up your product. Build who you up. Build your shit up. If a person come in there, hold them responsible for the shit that they say out their mouth. Hey, Streeter.
What's up?
Will we ever have a linebacker like this?
Down in a titanic collision. Sanchez throws middle. What a shot by Lewis on Dustin Keller. Quick throw, quick pass, inside the 5. Loose ball, picked up by the Ravens.
Unnecessary roughness. Blow to the hand by number 52. Defense. That's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. I hit Ray by accident.
Well, Ray Lewis, what he saw here was Kellen Winslow. You saw what he hit. Number 80 got smoked by.
Oh my, hit in the backfield is timing it perfectly. Who else? But fake screen one way, goes the other to Bettis.
Go Bettis, dog.
He hit hard by Lewis with Bulwer.
First down from the 15. Slip it in the flat. And George rudely met at the 15. Falls forward 3 yards.
Favre under pressure and goes down. What a hit from Ray Lewis. Now he's going to become a blocker. I got to do one of yours. Boom.
Lou.
I'll tell you, that's worse than a boom. That's when the
Flags are down as the ball is completed. Oh, what a shot on the chops. Oh, Nathan Poole.
I had to play that because Warren Sapp mentioned the great Ray Lewis. I had to play that. Dude, will we ever?
You can't hit people like that no more. I don't think we ever see that.
Why the fuck am I blurring out right now? Will we ever?
It don't matter. He's good.
Will we ever have another University of Miami linebacker like that? But I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to put you up on game. You're going to have to see that kind of hitting at FAU. Because I got one of my last guys who I coached when I was coaching linebacker at Edison, Leon Hart. He was at Marshall. He's now at FAU. Leon Hart. You go there, you're going to see some hitting like that. See, because when I coached some linebackers, we hit. Fuck it. Get the penalty. I don't give a shit. Hey, man, we got to wrap it up, man. Hey,
right, man, that's 2 hours, bro. We're supposed to be in here 1 hour, man.
We were supposed to be in 1 hour because you ask all these goddamn questions and you keep asking the same question and we try to move on to the different topic. But it was good. The people on here love it. The people on here love it. They say, man, great show. They say great show. Hey, look here, man, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. These podcasts that we're doing. I mean, when we do get big time, we're not going to forget you. We're still going to do it down and dirty like we are, where the shit bleeding out at the back and all that, where my lighting is all fucked up still. I'm not like Streeter in the dark. We get some money. We're going to get Streeter some fucking lights and shit. He got to come out the dark. But hey, y'all check out Streeter on all of his platforms, Footballville, Canesville, all those different things like that. Make sure you check me out on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok, Uncle Luke, real #1. And then I'm also on YouTube is Uncle Luke TV on YouTube. Make sure y'all check me out. It's a beautiful thing. like, share, and subscribe. You can join in the subscription on X, Uncle Luke Real One. I got a subscription over there.
Yeah, man. I saw some of that stuff he got back behind that subscription too, man. This man ain't lost. He got everything, bro. He ain't lost nothing.
I got all the goods.
Yeah, man. He might have your auntie back there.
I didn't know you put me up on game before we go. I didn't know that. There's one guy the other day played $5 to put a message up here. I didn't know you could do that. I mean, I'm still learning this internet game. But at the same time, man, you know, it's a beautiful thing. Anything else you want to say before we go?
No, bro. I mean, that the way we ended that was great, man. That message needs to get out there. I don't know how many times it needs to be said. I don't know what has to happen. I don't know if we need to start doing tours or seminars, or I don't fucking know. But we got to know what we worth, and we got to start realizing what to sign, what not to sign.
That's the name of it. Know the word of the day. Know your wealth. I'll holler at y'all guys. We'll see you again 10 a.m. on Friday. We do the show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We can't do this motherfucker every day. Y'all ain't paying us for this shit. So have a good day.
What we gonna do right now is go back, way back. Give me your friend.
Baby. What's up? I thought you was gonna start hanging out with the big girls again. What is all this trash? Capricorn. Girl, your week is so up. You look a mess. All about the big girls. What about the big girls?
Big girl, work it, work it, work. Big and work it, work it, work. Big girl, you done suck all the fat off your